Hey Freebs, Jordan here, and we've got a little freezer problem. If you know me, if you followed me for long, you know I love freezers. I think they're a great way to save you so much money with shelf cooking, meal prep, meal plan, not wasting food, buying in bulk, but sometimes they can cause a problem. And today, this is my extra freezer. In Houston, we've got a freezer problem. Hello. My kids were getting something in or out of the freezer, and the door has not been sealing. See that? It is popping open. Guess what that means? Warm air has been getting into the freezer. The food is fine, but look at all this nasty, nasty ice buildup. The food is literally stuck in the ice. I cannot get it out, and I need to. Otherwise, what's the point of the freezer? Also, looks like they spilled something down there at some point, or who knows what. So you know what? It's time for this freezer to get a freezer overhaul, and today's the day. I can't take it anymore. So come with me. I'm gonna see if I can bust this baby out in an hour and completely empty the freezer, thaw it out, reorganize it, and get everything back all nice and neat. Let's see if I can do it. What do you think? All right, come along for the ride. To tackle this freezer, there's a few things that you need. Number one, towels. Just trust me, but you'll need a bunch of towels. Number two, a cooler, or in this case, I can't find my cooler and it's only gonna be about an hour, so it'll be fine. So I have this bin that I can put food in as I go. Number three, oh, I forgot it. A garbage bag to throw away anything that looks a little too suspect. Number four, gloves, because she code in there, she code. And last but not least, a hammer. I ain't got time for that. Let's do this. Oof, as you can see, it is extremely disorganized. Ice or not, this baby needs to be tackled, so I'm feeling good about this. So here's how we're gonna set it up. I'm going to take the towels and just put them all around on the floor. That way, as I break up the ice and as the ice naturally falls and melts out of the freezer, I can just scoop it up on the towels, dump the ice outside, and then throw the towels straight in the washing machine. I'm probably going to need more than one bin, but we're just gonna start with this for now. Okay, first step is I'm just going to start pulling food out of the freezer, putting it in the bin, and throwing away anything that looks suspicious. Oh, one tool that I forgot to mention that I will need eventually once the ice and food is all out is some disinfectant spray, because oh, and I'm actually going to power off the freezer while I do this so that it doesn't trying to keep things cool. I did turn off the freezer, but left the light on. Ooh, it's really good that I'm doing this today because some of these have started getting a little bit soft. So I think had I waited another day, we would have been in trouble. Good timing. Ooh. Okay, so honestly, this is worse than I thought. The items in the door, some of them are like half thawed or more than half thawed. So anything that I don't feel like I could cook and use right away within the next day or two, I'm just throwing away. Like I've got some mushy fruit and a few things that I just don't really trust. The rest of it in here is still frozen solid, but this food in the door always is the warmest, so you need to be mindful of that. So that's why I have things like breadcrumbs and cheese, chocolate, ice packs, things that are less valuable than meat that I did put in here. So luckily, most of the stuff I'm throwing away right here is not as valuable as the stuff on the inside of the freezer, but still, it's such a bummer. And those doors are really gross. I'm gonna have to sanitize that big time because some of the stuff spilled out. So wow, it is so good I'm doing this today. Oh, this door is disgusting. Things have been melting over the last few days. Look at how gross that is. Well, I'm going in. That was disgusting, and that took me way longer than I thought. I could not get that grate out of the bottom, so cleaning that was a nightmare, but I've used vinegar and water, I've used disinfectant, so this is good. Now I've got to hurry and come over here and tackle this before this food starts heating up. For the record, and I know you know this, I highly recommend not freezing your meat in the original packaging. It's much better to put them in freezer Ziplocs, or better yet, if you have a vacuum sealer. Apparently, I got lazy here and just threw a bunch of the packages straight in. So do as I say, not as I do. This is actually a terrible way to freeze meat, but oh well. We're gonna deal. So for example, this meat that's vacuum sealed, it's completely protected from all this freezer burn. So I'm just chipping off all the ice on the outside. Meat does not go bad in the freezer unless it thaws. It does not go bad. Even if there's a piece of meat that's extremely freezer burned, it won't rot. It just lessens the quality and the flavor and the taste. So anything that's really super freezer burned, I'm just throwing away. But anything that's like this, that the actual meat is untouched, I'm saving. I'm just getting freezer burn off the outside of the packaging. And it's really gross. Ugh. Okay, the freezer is emptied. The door is super clean, but now what I've got to do is get all of the ice out of here. I did it a little as I went, but it makes it challenging if you start breaking the ice off too early because it just builds up at the bottom and makes it hard to get the food out. So now I'm really going to get in there with the hammer, break out all the ice. I'm going to collect it in the towels and dump it outside as I go because I've already got a huge pile going. And then I'm going to disinfect it and put all the food back. We got this. I'm going to use a few inexpensive small containers to keep these smaller bags of things contained and much easier to find and organize. Whew, okay. I think I'm done. I've got a bunch of food I need to throw away. I've got to disinfect everything, including this floor. I'm gonna go take a shower. That was so gross, but look at the final result. So much better, right? So if your freezer ends up looking anything like mine, grab a hammer, grab some towels, and go at it. It feels so good. Now everything's more organized. I know what's in there. I was able to take inventory of what was in the freezer so I can keep track and rotate through things a lot better. For tons more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Okay, I gotta go shower. Wow. Wow, it's Deb! I thought you were...
it's just a costume.
It's just a costume. I thought you were the real Spider-Man. You tricked me.
I know I am because I'm not.
Oh, okay.